So Kevin was one of the people who's asked about how I would dial in the dudes. I think he's just got one on order, probably coming today, hopefully. So this is the last settings that I used, but I was using it with an HX stomp on a litigator patch, I think. Anyway, so what have I got going on? The California Tweed at the moment is set pretty much all flat. The presence is down, and the gain is about just over 9 o'clock. So let me listen again to what's going on. So for me that would work for like bluesy playing. So I've got the ratio at halfway there. Deep I've got at just below 3 o'clock. Treble I've got dialed back to about 11:30, and the level I've got at about 11 o'clock. So you can I'll show you what the deep control does, but basically it kind of thickens up the tone. So with the deep control all the way back, you've got a thinner kind of tone. I guess if you're a humbucker person, that deep control you're going to want to adjust very differently to what I do. So this is it halfway up. And then where I had it just below 3 o'clock, it's got this kind of nice thick thing going on. So this is on the bridge pickup, remember? And then if we go all the way up, I imagine it might get a bit... So yeah, that's what the deep control does. And typically I think I have it set around sort of the 3 o'clock mark, and I adjust if I'm using like a Rev Star or something different, or maybe an amp which's got some kind of different response. So also as you turn the gain up, that deep can sometimes be adjusted. So on this amp that feels like a bit too much gain. I'm going to turn the deep up and the treble back a bit, see what happens. Treble back a bit. Treble all the way offline. So yeah, as I said, the treble I tend to set around halfway-ish, but depending on how bright the amp is sounding, I might back that off. Above halfway, so I'm going to put it to about 3 o'clock now, and I get to hear some of the fizzy stuff that I don't like. But the treble curve is kind of nice in that if you imagine you've got the EQ as in a plug-in, it kind of starts to shelve off the high frequencies first, which is not how all treble controls actually work. So here's treble all the way open. Here's it 3/4. Here's it halfway. So at halfway, that's kind of a sweet spot here, I think. So those are the settings that I'd use with this amp. I'm just going to switch amps now and see if I'm going to go over to the Mark 525 and see if there's any different adjustments that I might make with this amp. So here's how it sounds without changing anything. So to me it sounds like the amp, whatever the settings are at the moment, feel a little bit brighter, so I'm going to back the treble off a bit, but also increase the deep. And now I like that. Now I'm kind of, one of my kind of beliefs with guitar gear and all this sort of stuff is that there's not really any point in trying to fight what a thing is trying to sound like. So for instance, I'm not a big sort of pickup changing person, or I don't really change speakers and amps. I kind of think, well, either you like the thing as it is or you don't. That's not to say there's anything wrong with modding and stuff, it's just not something that I really get into. And so for instance, I wouldn't really bother trying to make this amp and Dude combination sound like the California Tweed with the Dude. It's just another sort of different flavour. Is there really any point in having, you know, 4 things that sound the same? Or would it be better to have 4 things which have different jobs? I guess it's that kind of way to cut the cake, if you're cutting a cake. That's a stupid analogy, isn't it? So I'd say into the 525 with these settings at the moment, it sounds to me like a little bit of a rounder tone is the way I kind of describe it. I'll just go through some of the range of the tone sounds from here as well. So here's deep all the way down. Halfway up. 3/4. That's kind of where I like it. So just back it up again. Awesome playing. Right, treble all the way off. Quarter of the way up. all the way up treble. It's quite painful to my ears. But yeah, so halfway on the treble is nice. And then gain all the way up. Let's try that. So yeah, that's just a little look at some of the range of tones there. I'll back it off again, the gain, and we'll just hear. Something that's quite nice to do is to just boost the level on it and have the gain backed off. It's kind of a different sort of tone. There's loads of headroom with the Dude, and I think there's even more with the version 1, as this level was adjusted for version 2 to be a bit less aggressive. But yeah, so kind of really nice. So, sorry I can't play today, it's early still, but a huge range of tones, and I think it sounds good. The only settings that I don't particularly vibe with, the treble sort of past about 2 o'clock, but I don't know if you had a slightly darker amp that there'd be a use for that, so I'm just going to turn the treble off on my mic 525 for whatever reason. Turn the treble down, presence down as well. So to me there's crazy amounts of treble on tap if you needed them, so I can't really imagine any scenario where the Dude didn't have enough treble for you. But yeah, so that's just some of the settings that I use. So treble around halfway, level wherever it's at, but normally sort of between 10 and 11. If I was trying to boost a lower gain tone, I might chuck that up a bit further. Gain anywhere from halfway to full on, even full on with single coils. It's not crazy amounts of gain. We're not talking, metal zone territory. And then the deep, I like to have around 3 o'clock, adjust the taste, and the treble again halfway, adjust the taste. And don't be afraid to take that back a bit, as it's generally dealing with the really high frequencies first of all before it starts to make things sound a bit darker. So hopefully that helps a bit. Let me know if there's anything else you want to know about the Dude or anything. If you like this sort of video without a face in it and someone just pointing a pedal and trying to play guitar, if you could do the old like and subscribe thing, that would help me out. But yeah, thank you for watching.